Welcome back everyone. It's Kathy with Bridges Stamping. This week we are going to be doing some alternate projects with the April 2021 paper pumpkin. Now this paper pumpkin coordinates with a sweet ice cream set, which is it's available in the mini catalog on page 49. Now the set has stamps, a punch, and some really cool embellishments and this designer series paper. Now the punch and the stamp set are continuing in the annual catalog, but if you have any interest in the paper, which it is mentioned in the paper pumpkin kit itself, it's only available till the end of June. It's some really fun paper. You can make really great cards with it. I might actually order another pack because I've used so much of it already. But today we're going to be looking particularly at the kit, and then I will show you at least one sample that I make use of the ice cream corner set. So once again, if we look in the back, we check out our colors. We've got Bermuda Bay, Blackberry Bliss, Bumblebee, Cinnamon Cider, Old Olive, and Terracotta Tile. Because there's so many colors in this set, you can make a lot of really neat cards. So the one that I'm going to be making for you today is this one. And the thing is, I used mostly what was in the kit. The only thing I added was some colored cardstock and a sheet of white for the inside. So I used the Old Olive, which coordinates with one of the colors on this pretty rainbow popsicle. Okay, so let me just grab my kit. So what we need is one of our popsicle cards. We need an envelope, and we need one of the labels from the front. So before we do our stamping, we're gonna have to do some cutting. So let me get out my cutter, and we'll start, just make sure I'm in frame, with the envelope. Now, this rainbow paper is very similar to the rainbow paper that it's the same colors that's in the ice cream corner bundle. This other side is these popsicles. It's make some really cute cards as well. So in order to get at that inside, we're just going to cut off about 1/4 inch of the envelope. And while we're cutting, I'll just do all the cutting for the envelope. So we're just going to cut off the white edge here. And I need 2 pieces that are 2 inches by 5 3/8. So first I'm just going to make sure cut some of that white off the edge, not too much. It's a little bit more challenging this side. Okay. So we're going to start 1, 2. Another 2, and then 5 3/8. So the 8ths are the larger tick marks. So you would do 1, 2, 3. So it's almost at the one in the middle, which is 4/8, which is 1/2. And then for the inside, just make sure they're the same size. The inside, I'm just gonna cut, let's do 4, and then just make it a little bit. Doesn't really matter so much. This is just gonna decorate the inside of the card. So we have the cutting done for that, and now we're just gonna do some scoring. So this is the card base. Basically, I took an 8.5 and 11 card and cut it at 5.5. So we're going to score at 2 1/8. So that's like the small tick, and then the larger tick is the 1/8. I'm going to use the light colored blade as our scoring blade. And then that's all the cutting and scoring we're doing for right now. So I'm gonna get the cutter out of the way. And then this is a trick I learned from actually Lisa Curcio, and give her the credit for it. So instead of scoring and folding the other side, we want them to meet in the middle. So we're gonna, once again, it's always hard for me to do these things under camera. I can do them fine when nobody's watching me. We want it to meet in the middle, and then use our bone folder to crease. So this way the card is sure to open where we want it to. Okay. So now it's just a matter of gluing. Oh, hey, I forgot the stamping part, and I forgot to cut our pretty card. So let me do that. We're just gonna line it up so we can see it in the track. And we have our popsicle. Now don't throw this out, because I'll show you something cool you can do with that in a second. So now let's do our stamping. So this is the inside, and then we have the little label from the Paper Pumpkin kit, and I am only using Memento Black. You could use any of the colors in this popsicle. You can use the Old Olive, the Bermuda Bay, the Blackberry Bliss, or the Terracotta Tile. So let's do it a little bit different this time. Let's do the Happy Birthday on the outside. My Memento is drying out a little bit, so I'm just making sure I have enough ink in here. Happy birthday. And then, sorry about that, on the inside we're gonna stamp You're So Cool. I actually really like the stamp set that came with this kit. It's versatile, you'll see in a second. Be careful not to get the ink all over. Okay. And then we're gonna take this little strip that I cut from the envelope, and we're gonna put it on the bottom. Just gonna use some green glue, or green glue, some of the Tombow multi-purpose liquid glue, and put that down here. Now while I'm gluing these things together, I wanted to mention next week, May 4th, is when the new catalog is premiering. So instead of my regular Monday video, I'm going to be doing a premiere. I'm going through the new catalog. So be sure you check that out. Make sure you're subscribed so you can see when I go live. Well, premiere. I don't know if I'm ready for a live yet. Let me know in the comments if you think I should do a live video. That would involve me figuring out some technology, but you know, if you're interested, and let me know what you would like to see in a live. Okay, so we're just gluing once again, the paper I got from the envelope to the front flaps. This is called a Gatefold card because it opens like a gate. And you know me, I can never, on camera, cannot glue anything on straight. Now, what I did with this card here, I glued the popsicle to this half, and then I popped up on dimensionals the sentiment. So you want to kind of figure out, measure with your hands, okay, this side is where we want the glue to go. So let's put it on the popsicle stick part. And this multi-purpose glue is so strong that even though the glue is not going on the entire popsicle, it holds incredibly well. So hold it down a little bit, press it. Make sure I didn't get any glue, which is good. And then we're just gonna grab the dimensionals, which I cannot find, so they were here 2 seconds ago. They probably fell. Okay, and then we will pop up, I have some up here. There we go. Dimensionals end up everywhere. 1, 2, 3, and there we go. We have Happy Birthday. Now you can add ribbon, you can add embellishments, anything that you would like to make this card more interesting, but it's pretty cool. And of course, we're we will glue the inside, because no naked insides, right? Okay, so that's our first sample. And remember when I said don't throw this out? Well, what I did was I used one of these. I used my blending brush, and I used 3 different purples to create this popsicle. I also ran it through my cut and emboss machine with the painted texture embossing folder, which comes with its bundles with the art gallery set. And then 2 things I used in here are from the new catalog. One is this really pretty ribbon. It's Highland Heather. It's got like a glitter to it. So I really like it. I just haven't figured out exactly how I want to use it yet. And the second thing I used is one of the new in colors, which is the Fresh Freesia. Now, you know, I love purple, have to have all the purples. So it's like a pinky purple. So, but when you blend it with the Highland Heather and the Gorgeous Grape, it looks really cool. The one thing I wish I would have done, so if any of you are trying my designs, I wish I would have cut the green and mounted it up maybe on a purple cardstock, so it looks like it's bordered. And then the inside we did, everything comes from the stamp set that came with the paper pumpkin. So this is this one, and then I just colored it with my stamping blends. Once again, all purple. My next sample, once again, I used my blending brush, and I used the rainbow card, and this die cut is also from the new catalog, Basic Borders dies. That's really cool. There's a couple other ones in there. And then I used my blending brush and some Misty Moonlight to make the sky. I used some Mango Melody on some white cardstock to make the sun. So you can see there's like a kind of ombre effect on that sun. And then just a simple You Are So Cool and some nice Night of Navy cardstocks. And I like the darker cardstock for the borders, kind of makes everything else pop. And then the last 2 I think are my favorites. So this card, I made my own designer series paper using this watermelon stamp. I just stamped a pattern, and I used my blends just to color 2 of them. And then I cut out, and then I took the Happy Birthday stamp, and first I stamped happy when I masked off birthday, and then I stamped birthday. That's how I got 2 different colors, and I got it fitting in the circle. And then on the inside, it's just, once again, I put another watermelon there colored with my blends. And that's the real red cardstock. And then this last one, I made use of my punch to punch out the watermelon and the kiwi from these 2 cards in the paper pumpkin set. I used my Stitch So Sweetly dies for the rectangle, and this is the pretty paper that came out of the envelope. And I used the ice cream stamp to make the cone stamp and the cone punch to make these cones. So, and then once again, I used that paper on the inside for some interest. So I actually used the coordination between here, the stamp set, the punch, and items in the kit. So these are my samples. You can do quite a bit with this kit. It's not a matter of not having enough ideas, because I was kind of just running out of time. So I want to remind you, the new catalog will be coming out next week, pretty soon. I'll be doing my walkthrough. If you have any last minute orders from the current catalog, get it in by May 3rd. I know items are running out fast. If you have any questions, send me an email, write it in the comments. Have a great day, and stamp on.